Prince Charles has been described as spot-on after the Prince of Wales' opinion of Vladimir Putin resurfaced. Prince Charles has been praised for his foresight when comparing Vladimir Putin to Adolf Hitler in 2014 by the journalist and royal biographer Duncan Larcombe. Mr. Larcombe was on True Royalty's Royal Beat to discuss the Prince of Wales' previous comments on the Russian leader. Mr. Larcombe told the program, "We have to remember that we know what Prince Charles thinks about Putin, because in 2014 he was overheard on an official visit to Canada by one of the royal correspondents likening Putin's behavior to that of Hitler. The palace immediately tried to recoil from that. Turns out, once again, just like his tree, hugging back in the 70s, Prince Charles was spot on." The Prince of Wales this week was greeted by a sea of Ukrainian flags during a visit to Winchester, where he praised a charity providing relief to victims of Russian aggression. The heir to the throne traveled to the city to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee and to see a statue of Lycurcia, a 13th-century Jewish moneylender killed in the city during a period of anti-Semitism. He had been due to visit on February 10, but after testing positive for COVID-19 postponed his trip at the last minute while crowds were waiting to see him. "I'm so sorry for the other week," he told dignitaries. A 750-strong crowd had gathered opposite the Lycurcia statue to see the prince, many waving Ukrainian flags handed out by Hampshire County Council, which also flew the besieged country's flag from its headquarters. A county council spokeswoman said, "We had a vigil for Ukraine in the city on Tuesday. There's been a very strong community reaction to the situation." Charles had visited the Ukrainian Catholic Cathedral on Wednesday with the Duchess of Cornwall and spoke about the truly terrible aggression of President Vladimir Putin's regime. The Prince of Wales has spoken about the truly terrible aggression of President Vladimir Putin's regime as he showed his solidarity with Ukraine by visiting its UK community. Charles and Camilla lit candles and left floral tributes at the Ukrainian Catholic Cathedral in London as they acknowledged the plight of the Eastern European nation as fears grow. Russia is planning a greater onslaught in the coming days. The heir to the throne said he and his wife had been moved by the bravery, generosity and fortitude of the Ukrainians in the face of the military action by Russian forces. The prince told those gathered, "I must say my wife and I have been deeply moved by everything we've heard today during our visit, and above all by the extraordinary bravery, generosity, and fortitude of the Ukrainian community in the face of such truly terrible aggression. It is understood." The heir to the throne had approached the Ukrainian community offering his help, and he brought representatives from 5 humanitarian organizations he is connected with to offer practical support.